VR is the shit. Okay, so it's still too expensive, and there isn't a whole lot of games for you to play right now. And I know that a lot of people doubt that this is going to be the future of gaming, but it is really cool. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Izzy, and this is the Izzy Nova Show. As you can see in the beginning, I did buy the PlayStation VR. Now, I know that being an early adopter is by and large a dumb proposition, but I couldn't wait. We've been waiting for VR since the 90s. Remember this shit? I saw one of these at a mall once when I was like 10, and I wanted to go play in it because the videos look cool, and I've seen things like that in like movies and stuff, like Hackers. Remember that shit? So to have VR finally within my reach, I just couldn't resist. Now, the PlayStation VR is the cheapest VR headset you can buy, and it shows. Because its tracking is not perfect. You see, VR headsets like the HTC Vive have a camera on the headset, so it tracks the controllers that you use to simulate your hands at all times, even if you're looking away from the television, or in this case with the HTC Vive, from your computer that has a camera. Anyway, the PlayStation VR doesn't have that, so it really only tracks your position and your hands well when you're looking directly to the television. What this means is that, like I said, the tracking quality is not the best. Same thing can be said for resolution. The resolution in VR, I think, has a long way to go still. If you're looking to get a VR headset and you think you're going to be seeing the same graphics that you're used to seeing on your computer or on your console, you're going to be pretty disappointed. That being said, the immersion that you get from this thing is literally unbelievable. I was playing Batman VR the other day, and this is part of the problem too. I have to get into that. The whole game of Batman VR apparently can be beat in 45 minutes. Not really worth the money. The experiences in VR right now, there's a lot of little mini games and tech demos and games that are just like Batman VR, a fraction of a game, and it's understandable because this is new technology. This just came out. More people need to buy this thing in order for developers to be enticed to developing games for it, which is kind of a catch-22 because games need to be out for it for people want to buy this thing. It's cost me $700 fucking dollars. Fuck, I'm stupid. So yeah, VR still has a long way to go, but to think that I would play a game on my television, just basically a rectangle that's sitting several feet away from me, to think that that gave me video game immersion now seems laughable. The immersion that you get from this thing is at times straight up unsettling. In the beginning of Batman VR, you get to relive Batman's origin story, and when I forget the name of the character, Jack Chill or whatever, I don't read DC, okay? When the guy who killed Batman's parents walks up to you, he puts his face right up to your fucking face, and he says some menacing sounding shit. Not even a joke, I had to take off the headset. It was a little overwhelming. The sense of presence that you're there, there's somebody yelling right at your fucking face, it was a little too much to handle. So that's cool. That means that I'll never be able to play a horror game on this thing because I will shit myself. I don't regret buying the PlayStation VR. There's a lot of naysayers, there's a lot of people who say that this is just a gimmick. This is like when Nintendo introduced motion controllers for the Nintendo Wii, or when Microsoft tried to do the whole motion capture thing with Kinect, and we all know that that was very unsatisfying in the end. Not at all the direction that video gaming is going. I hope that this is going to be different. Like I said, the technology is not 100% there yet. These things are still kind of big and bulky and not super comfortable, though the PlayStation VR is the most comfortable of the bunch. Resolution, the tracking, there are a few issues, but it is a lot of fun. I'm experiencing video games in a way that I never did before, and not only that, but I have never been this excited about video games, video game technology in general, in a very long time. The day after I bought this thing, I came home from work at like almost midnight, and I ran to the living room, I boot up my PlayStation, I was playing some games in VR. I hadn't done that since I got my Super Nintendo way back in the day, like sneaking to the living room to play games and turn down the sound so I wouldn't wake up my parents in this case. I don't want to wake up my wife, but that sense of excitement of like, I can't wait to go home to get back into this thing is incredible, and I think it's worth taking the bullet. I'm doing this for you guys! There's not going to be any more games for this unless more idiots like me buy it, even though there's not a whole bunch of games now. So this, I think, is an investment in the future of video games. I hope. I may have made a mistake. No, it's gonna be good. The future is gonna be all 3D virtual reality shit. I'm tired of the real world. I'm tired. This is escapism. This is the best it gets. Anyway, let me know in the comments below that you think I'm an idiot because I bought into the VR hype. Shit. We're probably not gonna have a Matrix. It does look pretty cool.